Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Gardner, and I'm a former Fuge staffer. I worked many years ago, and I am a sign language interpreter, and so I'll be making your training videos to prepare you to teach the interpretive sign track at camp this summer. Super excited for this song. You'll be doing Unashamed by Building 429, and I have done my best to make it more ASL. So some of you might have experience doing interpretive sign pieces very English word order, and that tends to get somewhat cumbersome if you're trying to fit all the words in. So I'll show you and explain in this video each sign and the order of the signs and why I chose that, not only so that you can know and remember, but also so that you can explain it as you teach to your students who might be used to more of an English word order interpretive sign style. And then you should see on the screen the gloss that I've typed up. I would recommend, this will be emailed to you, and so I would recommend making a bunch of copies of this page at the beginning of your summer, and on the first day of each new camp week, giving it out to everyone in your interpretive sign track so that they can have it to look at and to practice in their rooms at night. And that'll help them to remember the sign choices that we've chosen to use. So this video is kind of the teaching of the signs. There'll be another video that just shows the song straight through, and then I'll make a third video that's just tips that I have, sorry, there's a pop-up, tips that I've found useful for when I would teach the interpretive sign track. So of course, you might take or leave any of those, but just if maybe this is your first summer or you're just wondering how to make your class run smoothly, I'll give you a few just food for thought things that I would do when I would teach. So anyway, so unashamed, so that word happens a lot in this song. I am unashamed. Now, okay, so you probably don't want to tell all of this to your students, but just so that you know, the sign ashamed, ashamed, is one hand going up the side of your cheek, like you're blushing. But now if you do it short, quick movements, that's the sign for prostitute or whore. So you want to be very careful. Don't tell your students that, but just make sure as you look around the room that they're doing one motion. And I do it with the other hand down here a little bit. Doing it with both hands on the face or one hand quickly like that is just too close to any inappropriate words. And so we don't want to be signing this worship song and actually signing the whole time. I am not a lady of ill repute. So just make sure you can either sign I, this is the sign for not, so I am unashamed, or if that's kind of doesn't make you feel comfortable, we can do the sign embarrassed. So that's open palms, and that's the same concept, blushing cheeks. So I'm fine either way. If you do I am unashamed, or I am unashamed. Okay. Then I'm going to be looking over here. I have another screen that gives me the actual lyrics to the song that I'll read to you, and then you should be able to see the ASL gloss on the screen there. So the lyrics, I've been down and broken. So we sign I, experience, so that's just an open hand on your right cheek, comes down and closes. I experience, and then over my heart, I do this kind of wrenching, like wringing out a washcloth. So that's like heartbroken. So that fits with I've been down, I've been broken. I've been down and broken, but I believe what you've spoken. So we sign I believe. It's pointing to your head, grasping it in your hands. I believe what we point up and look up to God. Spoken, speak, that's my hand is at my lips and it taps my mouth a few times. Spoken, and then we do the sign for finish on the end to say what he has already spoken. So I'm right here. That you make all things new. So here it gets into a little bit more ASL grammar, ASL concept. I sign you for God, that you come down and touch your heart. So with your middle finger, touch, and then closed O hands down. Can't see it on the screen, but down low, like by my belly, and then they open and come up, and then I sign new. So really that concept that you make all things new, that means that God fills us with his Holy Spirit and makes us a new creation, right? So that's the idea that I'm getting in that ASL, that you come, prick our hearts, convict us of our sin, fill us with your Spirit, and we're new. So the way that that fits with the song is that you make all things new. So you're still signing the word new when it says new on the song, but we're not signing the words make all things, because that's just so English, it doesn't give the right concept. Okay, so the next line there is, I have witnessed your mercy, stood in awe of your glory. So I have witnessed, so that's two V hands looking upward. I have witnessed your, flat hand for your, up to God, mercy. So that's, my middle fingers are out. Mercy coming from God to us. Stood in awe of your glory. So I say your glory. And this is like in awe of. So looking up, and it's like, wow, like in awe of it. And none compares to you. So we say compare. Sorry, I'm trying to get on the screen here. So I have one hand lower and one hand up to God. That's the sign compare. So we're comparing to you, God. And then we say in the middle there, none. Shaking your head no. So two zeros cross and say none. And that fits. The way it fits with the lyrics is, I have witnessed your mercy, stood in awe of your glory, and none compares to you. So the word none happens after the lyrics stop. But that's the emphasis of that sentence, that when we compare anything to God, nothing can compare. Okay, the next part is, I can't help but speak of the things you've done, so let my life proclaim. Okay, so we're going to say, I must, it's just the bent index finger goes down, must tell. So with your index finger, you come out from under your chin and then go in a circle around from your left shoulder to your right shoulder, and that's making it plural. So we're not just telling one person, we're telling everyone. So I must tell of the things. So from your left hand, your right hand goes out. Things you've done. So let my life proclaim. Let. Some people do that with L's. You can if you want, but I do it with flat hands. Let my life. I know you can't see it on the screen, but it's L's from your hips up to your shoulders. And now proclaim. I chose to use the sign here for show. And again, I do it all around in a circle because we're not just showing one person Jesus. We want to be showing everyone Jesus. And I think that line is in the song twice, let my life proclaim. And the first time here, I chose to sign it like this. And the second time, I sign it proclaim, like speaking it from our mouth. So just because when words repeat over and over, I think it's cool to use different meanings. of those words. If that's confusing to you or hard to remember, you could pick both times to either say, let my life proclaim, both times, or let my life proclaim, either way. And now we're to the chorus. I'm going to stop this video and make a new video for the chorus.